Welcome back to another video in our Ecobee how-to series. This video is going to be covering the reminders and alerts section of the thermostat. So these are going to be the settings that dictate what notifications will pop up on the thermostat for the homeowner to see. We're going to access that from our main screen by going into our menu and then scrolling to reminders and alerts. You're going to see three things on this screen. You're going to see reminders. If there are any active reminders for, say, a furnace filter or a maintenance that's due, it's going to pop up there. If the thermostat has detected any errors with the system running, it's going to show an alert history. And then any adjustments we want to make to this are going to be selected in preferences. So we'll go ahead and go through all of these. The first one's going to be the HVAC maintenance reminder. It's defaulted at 6 months, which is an ideal time frame for our furnace and AC visits. However, they don't exactly tend to occur 6 months apart. And even if they do, sometimes it's forgotten to reset the reminder when a visit has occurred. So we typically want to disable this reminder. The next reminder is your filter. It's defaulted at 3 months. Filter changes are obviously conditional based on what type of filter is being used, the type of house, the activities in the house. Sometimes it's more ideal to disable this because of all those different variables. It's also important just to ask a homeowner if they'd prefer to have this reminder present and adjust the frequency of that reminder to their style. But we're going to typically want to disable that reminder as well. It gives you the option to tell it that it's got a UV system. It's defaulted to off. If you tell it that there is a UV system, it allows you again to change the frequency of that reminder. That one may not be a bad idea to have and adjust during the install because they get changed every few years. So it's not a very frequent thing to occur, so it doesn't hurt to have that reminder, but we'll leave it disabled. The next couple things on here are going to be alerts. Low temp and high temp alerts. Essentially, if the house falls below 50 degrees in this case or goes above 92 degrees, it will show up on the thermostat to indicate that something's not right. The house has gotten too cold or too hot. Next is going to be auxiliary outdoor temp alert. You'll notice that that's the setting that we actually had made in a previous video when we were adjusting the thresholds. We can leave that one enabled as well. And then this one's a big one, auxiliary heat runtime alert. It's defaulted to 3 hours. This alert, when it pops up on the thermostat as a notification, states auxiliary heat has ran longer than 3 hours within a 24-hour period. So it's not saying continuous 3 hours, it just means in the last 24 hours we've had more than 3 hours of runtime. That's expected in our region. Auxiliary heat tends to kick in when we're really cold outside, and it's going to run more than 3 hours sometimes within 24-hour periods, either because it's really cold outside and the heat pump can't keep up, or because it's going into defrost so frequently because, say, we've got some rather icy or wet weather. It is encouraged to either disable this alert entirely or to swing it all the way the other way and do 8 hours. You know, it running for more than 8 hours in a 24-hour period is going to be pretty rare. It might occur in some instances, but typically if this occurs, it would be a good idea for the homeowner to be made aware so they can call us and we can check out the unit before they have an extremely high bill. Low humidity and high humidity alerts are defaulted to being disabled. It doesn't hurt to leave those disabled, especially if the thermostat is located near a bathroom or a kitchen where the humidity might get thrown off from boiling water or taking a shower. And then you have the option to display those alerts on the thermostat. The ones that we're leaving in place, it's a good idea to allow it to display it, because the reason we're leaving them there is to make the homeowner aware. You can disable it if you'd like. It's encouraged to leave it enabled. And then finally, enable heating and cooling alerts. Again, we're leaving some active so that way it does make the homeowner aware. If you disable it, it will not record or save any alerts to the thermostat. So it's a good idea to leave that one enabled. As far as your reminders and alerts, that's it. There's not really much else to it.